million hit on this. There's a contest in the penitentiary right now. But he a dead man. That's for damn sure. Freak off, you got tore your world up. But you know what happened. You should have never sued the liquor company. That's where you f***ed up. They don't give a f*** about you tearing up booty holes. You f***ed up when you sued the liquor company. Because the liquor company is owned by the biggest conglomerate on earth, the Black Rock people. You done bit off the hand that was feeding you. And now you chop both your feet and your hand off, and your head's coming next. Your ego got out of whack because you was controlling everything at them freak parties. Now you think you control the hand that's feeding you. You stupid mother. He sued the liquor company May 2023. November 2023, Cassie come up with the lawsuit. Connect the dots. Cassie got 2 checks. She got a check from the liquor company people to put her up to doing that shit. And she got a check from Puffy to try to keep her quiet. Too late.
That's crazy. But boy, how you bite the hand that feeds you? Now everybody is after you.
When I told you we're not playing, we're not playing. This is the problem. The problem right here is the face swelling. But this
definitely not the body.
now I gotta get my gains.
That's
right
her
here.
body.
We're not playing. We're not playing.
Y'all think that looks cute? That's not cute. That's ugly. Oh my gosh, I remember when she was on Love and Hip Hop. She came on us. She was all geeked up and she was cute then. Like her body was straight. Why do you keep changing your body? Changing your body for these men ain't gonna keep them. And you see, I've said the lift. That's ugly. Like no, that's ugly. That's not cute. I don't care what nobody say. That's not cute at all. They want the Coke bottle figure, but like, ew, y'all go too far. That looks fake. Girl, I hope she gets the help she needs. And oh my gosh, self-confidence is just like, phew.
World is going straight to hell, and I am not joking when I say that. So stick with me because I'm sure this is just going to blow your mind. So this weekend I took my baby, Doodlebug, my granddaughter, to this story time, right? And we go to the story time. Everyone is, she's reading and everyone's having a good time. This is 4 and 5-year-olds. So in a little break before we start the next story, the kids were kind of talking about the story she just read. So the story was Sesame Street. Okay, so my granddaughter, who is 4, says to me, she's talking to me, make that clear. She says, Big Bird is a boy, right? I said, yes, Big Bird is a boy. She said, and I'm a girl, right? I said, yes, you are a girl. Well, the storyteller immediately runs over there and says, oh, we don't discuss gender in here. And I said, excuse me? She said, we don't discuss gender in here. And I said, what do you mean discuss? She said, we don't talk about gender at all. And I said, why? And she said, well, we don't want to be offensive to anyone.
Oh my gosh, like come on.
I don't know about the policy that you have, and at this point I don't care. I said, because if my granddaughter asked me a question, I'm going to answer it factually, not with my opinion, but with facts. And the facts are that Big Bird is a boy and that she is a girl. And if you don't believe me, watch this.
Yep.
Now, that is straight off the Sesame Street website. As you
says
can see
he's a boy.
He is referred to as he. And I know damn well that my granddaughter is a girl. So I'm not sure what the problem is answering a question that a 4-year-old had. Now, like I said, keep in mind, these are 4 and 5-year-olds. And she says, well, people identify as transgender or non-binary, and we don't want to offend them. So by me stating that I am a girl or my granddaughter is a girl, that is offensive to someone who chose to identify as something else, please make that make sense. They are choosing to identify as something. This is something we were born as. And I'm supposed to shut up and not state facts because that is going to offend someone else? Hell fucking no. How does this make sense? If people who choose to identify as something else would like for people to understand and be accepting of them, then they have to understand that there are people who do not identify as something else. We are just who the fuck we were born as. Period. And telling me that it's offensive to state that you are either a boy or a girl is insane to me because I was born a woman, just like my granddaughter. And the crazy part is, I don't care what you choose to identify as. You can be whatever you want to be. You want to identify as a car, baby, go right ahead. Vroom, vroom. I don't care. Have fun. But the bottom line is, you are still male or female. No matter how you feel, this is just medical facts. When they look at your DNA, if your bones are dug up later, they're not going to say, oh, this person identified as a car. They're going to say you were either male or female. We have to stop this foolishness. And while we are pushing this off on our youth, like I said, 4 and 5-year-olds, I will never understand. It is okay to admit that you were born a girl. It is okay to admit that Big Bird is a boy. I will never understand what the fuck is happening here. You identify as what you choose, but we are not going to take away what the fuck people are naturally born as because someone else is going to find that offensive. If you find it offensive that I'm a female, oh fucking well.
Well.
Get over it. Good day.
I like that woman. I like that woman. All right, TT. All right, TT. You tell them. Shoot. You better not come after these kids. They coming after the kids so they can, when they grow up and they be older, it can be more acceptable. Okay, you can identify as whatever you want to, a grown adult, but you stay away from the children. Don't play about the children. Leave the children alone. Leave the children alone. Leave the children alone. I don't care what they say. Male or female. Male and female. That's all it is. That's all the genders that God made. God made us. God made male and female. It's in the Bible. Male and female. He made Adam, took a rib, put it in, and made it Eve. Made Eve. That's the only genders. You can't transfer into a male. You can't transfer into a female. You transfer to a male, you can't put semen in somebody and have a baby. You can't get an egg or a uterus or a period and become a woman. Stay away from the children. That's all I gotta say. Stay away from the kids. Grooming the kids. They grooming them early. I better stay away from my kids. Stay the fuck away from my kids. They keep that stuff over there. Stay away from my children. That irks me all the time.
I put 40 servings of laxatives in my lunch yesterday that I brought to work to finally catch the disrespectful coworker who has been taking my lunch with my name on it from the company fridge for weeks. For weeks and for weeks they have been disrespecting me. And I thought, finally, this is enough. I gave them enough laxatives to be prepared to get a colonoscopy, okay? I sat back and I watched the bathroom and I waited to catch the culprit, to catch the person who has been disrespecting me this entire time. And do I have updates today? You see, I had 2 suspects, Marge and Ben. They had used the bathroom 2 separate times in the first hour, which is usually when it would start kicking in and make them really have to go. Unfortunately, I had to leave work early and I didn't get to find out which one of them was the suspect. Breaking news. Going to work today, both of them did not show up. Both of them called off. And so here is where the plot thickens. Because the amount of food that they took didn't necessarily mean that they both were the ones who used it. I think that there's some office gossip, some office drama, and maybe some office mingling, and one of them was the culprit, and the other one is being there for them in a tough time. So today, I asked my boss why they didn't show up. Why didn't they show up? They had to go to the hospital last night. Who had to go to the hospital? Both of them had to go to the hospital. So I think it's clear.
So they both
it's either
was
Marge
eating your lunch?
or it's Ben. Wait. Now that I think about it, Chris also didn't show up today. Wait a second. Chris didn't show up today. I don't even think I saw Chris yesterday. The plot thickens. I'm gonna have to wait till they get back. I'm not like close to these people enough to just call them or talk to them. I have to wait until they come back to work and ask them what their hospital visit was about. Stay tuned.
Why you gotta take people lunch? Like, bring your own stuff, and then if you ain't got nothing, then ask somebody, can you get something? You don't have to take people food. Things like this is the reason why people put stuff in their lunch, so people won't take their food. Let's read some comments. You could be looking at a felony assault charges for intentionally doing this, especially if they're hospitalized. Okay, that's understandable, but also you're stealing. I don't say what he did was right, but like, you're stealing. Like, that's for that person. That's that person's food, and you're stealing their food. Like, I'm 50-50 about it. I'm 50. Okay, 50. You go to jail. I think this is illegal. The one with Ross's sandwich. Okay.
The local sheriff says he is starting a new policy of posting video like this on social media.
Since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid.
Sheriff Mike Chitwood of Volusia County, Florida, says the youngster threatened to commit a mass shooting at a school outside Daytona Beach. He had written a list of names and targets. He says it was all a joke, the sheriff says. First, the 11-year-old is handcuffed, then he's put in ankle shackles.
Do you have any questions? All right.
The sheriff says he was driven to this extraordinary step of allowing a minor's face to be shown after a wave of threats from him and others made to schools in his county, 54 in all.
All of them have been deemed bogus.
The threats followed the slayings of 2 teachers and 2 students during a school shooting in Georgia. On social media, there is both support for the sheriff's actions as well as concern. This is what needs to happen everywhere, says one. But another says, I hope the parents sue you for parading their 11-year-old around like this.
You hope the parents sue him for making a list of people that he was going to shoot? What? There has been so many mass shootings by students that this is necessary. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. I'm with it. Suing for what? Because your child, the one that made a list of targets? Bro, get out of here. People are stupid. Hope they sue you, you dumbass. What the fuck? You hope they sue him. Boy, perp walk the parents too. Right, cause how your child get a gun? The smartest man alive. I say the smartest man alive. They say the smartest man ever. I say the smartest man alive. I say some of the parents also need perp walks of shame. Like, get out of here. Like, come on now. That's, some people make the dumbest comments. It's just so stupid.